broadcast, we take a look at a lot of the activities happening here on campus and in the community as well. But for this episode, we will start off first with first place. Dominic Munoz is a senior here at Brackett High. He is a very bright and intelligent young man who is making his way to the top, inspiring each and every one of us to push past our comfort zone. So, Dom, tell me a little bit about all the UIL events that you were involved in.
I'm involved in 2 UIL events, current events and social studies, and yeah.
Current events and social studies?
Yeah.
Nice. And which would you say consumes more time, like preparing for it?
I would say current events because that keeps on adding every day. Social studies, we're just kind of given a certain topic, and then current events, we're studying what the news is constantly, so the Ukraine stuff, that probably will be my next test, so yeah.
Nice. And how do you organize all your regular school work, your UIL work, and college work, and chores around the house all together?
Whenever I find the time to study, any free time in class, I tend just to make use of it. And yeah, just whenever I can fit it in a study session, I'll just fit it in, so.
Well, you heard it, folks. Dom, the man with the really big brain and the amazing hair.
Quite the inspired story. Prom is getting closer every day. Junior class is still in need of decorations. Make sure to check your daily announcements on what items they are looking for, and be sure to turn them in as soon as possible if you are willing to contribute. Sign-up forms are now in the office. Be sure to pick one up, and that leaves us with the age-old question: how will you be asking your prom date?
Hey, batter, baseball. The season of baseball is upon us. The smell of freshly cut grass, hot dogs, popcorn, and the sweet sound of a ball hitting the bat. Well, let me tell you, it's gonna be a good one, boys. It's gonna be a good one. We've had a few games this season so far, and it's looking pretty good. It's good. We work hard every day, and we'll continue to work hard until we drop dead.
The iTigers news team was lucky enough to visit the town's well-known Fort Clark Days and report on this event. Tyler, can you tell us more?
Hello, we're here at historic Fort Clark Springs. Right here behind me is the museum, which we are about to go into. This museum at one point was a jail, and we'll learn more about that once we get inside, so let's go.
It was done in 1932, and that one was done by his grandson.
My grandfather was auditioned to be in the band here in Bracketville, and he moved here in 1924 and joined the cavalry. He was from Piedras Negras and brought his whole family down. My father was the only one in the family that was born here in Fort Clark in 1930, born in the infirmary.
I'm standing here with Frederick Campbell. We'll take a closer look. We're going to ask Frederick a few questions. Hello, Frederick. Can you tell us, Is this your first year coming to Fort Clark Days, or about how long have you been doing this? Yeah. Thank you. That was very insightful.
Before we leave you guys for spring break, we have a quick interview with the cast and crew of One Act Play. Friday is the first meet of the season, and the next one will be held during spring break. The cast and crew has been preparing for 2 months. As stage manager, what are your overall feelings for the cast and crew?
I am very confident in our show, and I am very confident in our cast and crew. We have a lot of new members, but they've caught on very quick, and they are very sharp.
You are also involved in sports. There are some obvious differences between One Act Play and the field, but what are some similarities?
Yeah, there are a lot of differences, but the similarities would be teamwork and practice, a lot of practice. You can't do anything alone, and you can't do anything right without practice.
Last year's show was a drama, and this year is a comedy. How have you had to modify your acting styles?
Well, I always found, personally speaking, that acting for a drama was significantly easier than a comedy. Not that I don't take comedy seriously. I mean, I take this whole thing seriously, but I'm just not that funny as a person. So I always find it harder to get into, making my voice sound ridiculous. But yeah, it's quite the challenge, but I think I've done a decent job.
In this play, you play a weatherman from the 1950s. Do you relate to this character in any way?
I wouldn't say I relate to him because my character is like a scared guy who's in love and doesn't really is direct with his stuff. I would say that I'm more direct and confident. So I wouldn't really say I relate to my character.
You make a big contribution to the show without being seen by an audience. How does it feel to be a part of this production from a different perspective?
It's definitely really cool and interesting because just working behind the scenes, you really find something that you can do to make the show better and express yourself even more. Like making it perhaps a little bit brighter, or perhaps maybe taking the black out. I mean, that's all just really cool, and I think it really adds to the show.
Thank you to the One Act Play cast and crew for meeting with us. We wish you the best of luck at your competition in San Antonio and in Kerrville. Break a leg. I'm Tyler Pettis, reporting for iTiger News.
Here are some more BISD announcements. Ms. Swanner is looking for people 6th through 11th grade for color guard, Tiger Paw twirlers, drill team, and field crew. If you are interested in being any part of these groups, please see Ms. Swanner in Annex Room 4. Last day to air test is April 12th.